to the 2016 Buckeye Online National Induction Ceremony. My name is Cassie Nabisco, and I am the current returning secretary for our NHS chapter. We will be beginning very shortly, so if you're not already seated, please do so now. Remember to also silence or turn off any devices you have with you. I would now like to welcome to the stand current NHS member Sharon Miller to lead us in the pledge. Please stand. Thank you, Sharon. I'm now pleased to welcome to the podium NHS member Alicia Tierney to give our welcome address today.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 7th Annual National Honor Society induction. BOSS established our chapter of National Honor Society in 2010 to the credit of a committee with the goal of formatting a chapter despite the alternative format of our school. The members of that committee included our very own Miss Bailey. The National Honor Society is an amazing opportunity as online students that we can learn in an alternative format and still be included in a nationally recognized group. Edward Brynierson, the founder and first president of the National Honor Society, said, "Will not one common badge be more valuable than many different local badges? It is truly an honor to be involved in such a wonderful establishment, and we're so excited to expand our group today. On behalf of the BOSS chapter, I am very excited to extend that badge to each of you today. Thank you all for being here."
Thank you, Alicia. Now I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Thompson, our guest speaker for our ceremony today. He is married to his wife, Jody, and is the father of 5 grown children. He began his career in 1979 as a health and physical education teacher, and from there went on to be athletic director and assistant principal, eventually leading to being principal at David Anderson High School in Lisbon. From 2003 to 2013, he worked as superintendent at Lisbon Exempted Village School, and then took a job offer as an educational consultant. He now serves as our executive director here at BOSS.
Just a touch. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Cassie, for such a nice introduction, and also Alicia, very nice information in regards to what the National Honor Society is about. As was mentioned, this is my actually almost a 1-year anniversary. I started last year in October, and to be honest, when I first spoke at this last year, a lot of online education was new to me. Not that education was, and I'm pleased to report that there's really not any difference. It's all about the engagement and the students and the efforts that they put forth. And I have been tremendously impressed over the last year, and I cite this as one of the prime examples. What nicer format could you have for recognizing students who have gone above and beyond, and that's what the National Honor Society is all about. Students who have just risen a little bit above everything else. So with that, I just have a few words, and I'll try to keep them short. But again, I want to say good afternoon to the students especially, but also the parents, grandparents, relatives, and guests who are here today. As we gather today to acknowledge the academic achievement of these students, I'm sure you'll agree with me that we're proud of each one of them and wish them the best success possible. Please join me in giving them a round of applause for all of their hard work. Today, my brief, but hopefully at least somewhat impacting message is words of encouragement and what they might mean. Great job. Excellent work. Way to go. I am so proud of you. I wish everyone would do work like you. You're the best. These are just a few of the words of encouragement that all of you have heard at one time or another. For the most part, you've all had a caring, nurturing environment to produce the academic results that bring you here today. Some of you were given that God-given intelligence and talents that enabled you to learn without much preparation. Others very smartly worked harder at studying to achieve their results, while others have just yet scratched the surface of realizing what you can accomplish. Eventually, you develop a mental picture, hopefully for success, and then employ the strategies necessary to achieve that level. Successes come in various ways, shapes, and experience. Each day in the classrooms and across the entire state and nation, teachers provide motivational lessons that challenge students to set an early goal. We all know that career choices change because of variables both in and out of our control. As a child, I remember wanting to be a cowboy. But now look at me, I've become more of an Indian chief than a cowboy. One factor that you can control is being positive. Never think of the glass as half empty. Instead, think of it as half full. Always count your successes, not your failures. Many of you may remember the legendary slugger Babe Ruth. I'm starting to age myself. If not, ask your parents. They will. Because he had 1,714 home runs in his career. But I doubt if you know that he also struck out over 1,300 times. The emphasis was on his successes, not failures. I'll move up a few years, thanks. We are what we think we are. The quote was attributed to Chicago Bulls great Michael Jordan. However, he didn't make his high school team in North Carolina his sophomore year. He set a goal to make that team in his junior year, and what followed was a scholarship to North Carolina and an all-pro career in the professional ranks. He could easily have given up, but yet he set goals just like all of you. Today we wish each of you the full amount of success you hope to achieve. I'm sure you remember a particular motivational experience, a teacher, or other major influence that got you closer to your dream. I hope you will take the time to thank that person today. Today's ceremony makes me think back to the many students whom I have witnessed accomplish great things through their hard work and efforts, and I hope that some of you this evening or today will do just the same. Speaking personally, I've heard some things along the path of life that I would like to share. I've learned that just one person saying to me, "You made my day," makes my day. I've learned that being kind is more important than being right. I've learned that I can always pray for someone when I don't have the strength to help them in some other way. I've learned that money doesn't buy class. I've learned that life is tough, but I'm tougher. I've learned that opportunities are never lost. Someone will always take the ones that you miss. In light of the many tragic events that seem to happen so often today, many individuals have found the need to refocus their lives. Our goals in life need reinforced with opportunities to help others. In times of tragedies and disasters, there's oftentimes there's a great outpouring of help that comes from local communities that reach out to those in need. We can't stop now and think that all is well. We can't forget that those tragic events that upset us financially, socially, and morally. There's a greater need to help one another now more than ever. This is your opportunity to get involved and to be a volunteer. It has been said that we must build on this moment as an opportunity to provide service to those in need. The youth of this country will soon be the leaders of this nation. And what you do now will carry over to the next generation. How can you help? Many of you are already volunteering for community agencies in order to make a difference. There are many wonderful agencies in our state, in the counties, and in your own local communities that need your help. Just some examples being United Way, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Big Brothers and Sisters. Individually, you can make a difference by getting involved in school or church groups that mentors children, cares for the elderly, and teaches someone to read, or collect or donate clothing or food. The character of the American people is truly the enduring strength of our country. I leave you with a few simple truths about life. As a child, no matter how hard you try, you can't baptize cats. You can't trust a dog to watch your food. And the best place to be sad is in grandma's lap. As an adult, raising teenagers is like nailing jello to a tree. Today's mighty oak is just yesterday's nut that held its crown. And laughing is the best exercise. Finally, growing old is mandatory. Growing up When you fall down, you wonder what else you can do while you're down. And it's frustrating when you know all the answers, but nobody bothers to ask the questions. Once again, congratulations to everyone on their accomplishments today, and thank you very much.
And support staff and oversee the education of 600 students daily. Thank you for being with us today, Mrs. Dobbins.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to stand before such a well-deserved group of students here today in our state capitol. This is such a beautiful setting to commemorate an honor in which you as students and parents will never forget. I want to begin by congratulating each of you and your parents. Moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, relatives, friends, you should feel proud today. Without your support and influence, these young men and women would not be here today. To our new inductees, you owe much to the people in the audience who got you to this place. They overcame many obstacles and made you a priority. They stressed the importance of education and encouraged you to do well. They got on your case to write the essays, fill out the applications, meet the deadlines. They gave up lots to provide you this opportunity. Continue to strive for more and never let them or yourselves down. Each of you should also be very proud of yourselves. You've worked hard in school, earned good grades, made sacrifices that many your age may not have made for the sake of your education. You have also worked hard in your communities. You've each spent countless hours helping and caring for others that have not been awarded the same opportunities that each of you have had. You have strived to become leaders among your peers and classmates. In doing so, you've become a positive role model, and that should never be underestimated. Each of you have also demonstrated true character. You are honest, hardworking young men and women, and those decisions to do what is right will take you far in life. The decision that each of you has made to embody these characteristics was not an easy one. In fact, the easy decision would probably have been to give up and to walk away. But you did not. However, standing here before you today, I'm quite certain that each of you would agree with me in thinking that it was worth it. All of the hard work, the sacrifice that you've made to get here today was worth it. It will continue to be worth it as you continue to embody these characteristics in your future. In conclusion, I congratulate you again for this honor. You are truly the best of the best. Enjoy this moment. You deserve it. Yet I challenge each of you to continue to strive to be greater. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
It is at this time that we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the BOSS chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve as the standards for the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. We will begin with scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn benefits of a cultivated mind. We should learn even more when formal education has ended for human education and it's only to the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success and can be acquired in only 3 ways: through diligence, effort, and determination. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, by the torch guiding us to understand the present and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the opportunities to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherited in scholarship. Thank you.
Next, we have leadership. Leadership
the school in taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals and succeed. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests and the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, a community, or a nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus, to lead a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members.
Next, we have service.
My office is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others, both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow.
And lastly, we have character.
Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our individuality, our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character that guides one through life, and once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant thought and action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is a problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than to seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
We will now present our new inductees with their pins and certificates. After I call your name, would you please make your way to this book and sign? Michaela Ayers. Jenna Bartley. Joshua Bellavo. Diaz. Andrew Gordon. Mariana Hughes. Christiana Lander. Caroline Liberator. Elizabeth Munoz. Caleb O'Brien. Stephen Price. Alexandra Schooneman. Luke Edward Waingart. Congratulations, National Honor Society inductees.
Inductees, if you could please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me as the pledge is written in the back of your programs. I will strive to be at all times a model student. And will never knowingly bring reproach upon my school. I pledge myself to uphold the high purpose of the society for which I have been selected. Striving in every way by word and deed to make its ideals the ideals of my school and of my life. You can now be seated. With that, it concludes our National Honor Society Inductions Program. Our chapter would sincerely like to welcome all of our new inductees and thank all who were able to attend and support them as well. There'll be a small reception in the rotunda, and if inductees and past members could all please stay for a few minutes for photos, that would be appreciated. Members, please remember our first meeting will be held on November 3rd at 7:45 a.m. Congratulations and thank you.